Okay, it says if the number of combinations of 2n, let me write this over here, C, 2n, taken n minus 1 at a time, is to the number of combinations, let's be careful with this, 2n minus 2, taken n at a time, is the ratio 132 over 35. Well, I got to do some work over here, and I hate to tell you, these are going to involve factorials, and I'm hoping, factorials are very difficult to solve, but I think it's going to be easy to do. Let me write this down. So I'm going to get 2n, you know what I'm going to do? Let me get my eraser out, and I'm going to simplify a little bit. I don't think I need the eraser, I can just do it. No, I'm going to get my eraser. Let me write this down. 35 C 2n n minus 1 equals 132 times C, this is times, 2n minus 2n. I got to write this down now. 35 times 2n factorial, n minus 1 factorial, and then you could get 2n minus n, which is n plus 1 factorial, equals 132 times 2n minus 2 factorial all over n factorial times 2n minus 2 minus n is n minus 2 factorial. And this does look nightmarish. I got to keep going through it though, and the point of that is just see if I can simplify it. And you get 35. I'm going to expand a little tiny bit. 2n minus 1, 2n minus 2 factorial. That's a little expansion on top and a little expansion on bottom as well. And that's going to be, let's see, n minus 1, n minus 2 factorial. I'm just going down by 1. And then I have n plus 1 times n factorial. And what's that going to equal? 132. 2n minus 2 factorial, n factorial, n minus 2 factorial. Now, if you're wondering why I didn't expand the right side, is because I see factors that if I just simply divide both sides by 2n minus 2 factorial, this disappears. And if I multiply both sides by n factorial, this would disappear. And if I multiply both sides by n minus 2 factorial, this would disappear. All right, then the question becomes is, what are you left off with? All right, so I want to write down what you're left off with. And let me see. I want to do something else, by the way. I'm going to divide both sides by 7. All right, let me tell you why I'm doing that. 7 into 132. Well, that goes in once. That's a 7. And then you get 6. No, that's not working. I was hoping that was going to work out nicely. Let me look at that again. $62. No, that's not working. So you're not gonna do that. I was hoping for something there, but I'm surprised I even looked in that direction. I gotta do it then. Let me write it down. So it's gonna be 35, and then you're gonna get 2n times 2n minus 1 equals 132 n minus 1 n plus 1. Let's make sure I didn't do anything, too silly. No, I think I can do it. So let's go through it one step at a time. And I'm kind of looking for something to do over here. So 35 times 4 is 140. Let's see, 2n times 2n is 2n, 4n squared, right? 4 times 35 is 140. And then what are you going to get? Minus 70n. Let's go to the other side. It's going to be 132 times n squared minus 132. All right? Well, I got to keep going, don't I? And it's certainly quadratic in n. So I'm going to say 8n squared minus 70n, and then plus 132 equals 0. By the way, n is an integer number. And clearly, you know, like, if you think about it, you know, when I say integer numbers, 0, 1, 2, 3, yada, 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 I'm going to divide both sides by 2. And just to make it easier on me. So what do you get? 4, whoops, I didn't mean to do that. You're going to get 4n squared minus 35n plus 66 equals 0. And now I'm going to give this a shot. And I think I can handle it. 4n and n, 6 and 11. Let's see. Looks like minus minus. Let's just check to make sure that works. I get 4n squared certainly, and I definitely get 66. It's the middle guy I struggle with. Minus 24, and minus 11 is minus 35. So n equals 6, or n equals 11 quarters. We cannot have n to be 11 quarters, so n must be equal to 6. Let's go back and see what the question is. Oh, find the value of n. We just did it. N is 6. Is that in the answer key? It certainly is. And by the way the work is the answer key, you know, maybe my work on the side looks a little bit different, but it's essentially the same work. Let me remind you who I am. My name is Ron Bannon. This is a draft version. By the way, draft or not, even if it's a final version, goes to press, there's still going to be errors in it. All right, please, if you see something, say something in the written document. It's wrong, and I'll correct it. The more eyes on this, the better. All right? Thank you so much.